What's going on, everybody? I'm Nick Bolliger from NNB Sports here with my partner Brandon Rowe.
What's going on, guys?
And today we're coming at you with some fantasy basketball advice.
All right, so if you haven't drafted yet, now would be a good time to watch this video because we have sleepers who are actually projected to do really, really bad this year who actually will have very productive years. And I'm excited. You got one in the late round of our draft, and I was actually pretty mad I didn't even think about him. So tell him who you got, man.
All right, so first up, I got Steven Adams. Only projected at 1,200 points this year. Now, this guy, he had 1,600 points last year and an increased role this year.
Correct.
And they're only projecting him at 1,200? That's ridiculous.
It is, honestly. This guy, he's going to get you rebounds, he's going to get you points, he's going to get you blocks, and he's a nonstop hustle guy.
He's got good vision, too, for a big man.
He does. So, that's definitely key. One that I got in the late round, I needed a scorer that was going to pick up some I needed just a score on my squad, and this guy's going to be it. I'm going to go with Buddy Hield. I wouldn't get him early round. Try to get him in like the 10th, 11th round. If you can get him there, I feel like with an increased role with Evan Gordon gone, I think that's his name. If you get him with starting at the 2, I feel like he's a productive scorer, and I feel like he could have a big year for New Orleans.
Hield's a pretty good defender, too.
Correct.
He might get you a lot of steals. He's good in the passing lane. So
exactly.
In a league where steals might be worth 2 or more, he's great to have.
He is.
My other guy, I took him in the 6th round, and somebody called me dumb for it. I took Devin Booker. Second-year guy, pure shooter, great athlete, fantastic vision.
And also
6'6" with a 6'8" wingspan.
And also rebounder. LeBron said he's going to be the next big all-star. So that's coming from LeBron James, the best player on planet Earth. I would listen to him.
Devin Booker is going to be great.
LeBron also said that his preparation skills are above anything that he's ever seen as a young player. And so the last one that I'm going to go with is he's kind of a hit-or-miss player. The only reason I'm thinking this is Chris Dunn, plays for Minnesota, taken with the 5th pick this year. He's a defensive point guard. He's a pretty tall guy to play the 1, especially with defensive coach and Tom Thibodeau coaching him. I feel like he's going to have a big defensive year. Not a big scorer, but he's a really lengthy guy to get rebounds and does pass the ball because he does have Andrew Wiggins, Zach LaVine, and Karl Anthony Towns to pass to. I'd look for Chris Dunn this year if you can get him in the late rounds or even in free agency.
Yeah, and it also depends on how your league is scored. If you can get steals and like things for rebounds and all that, Chris Dunn could be a big asset to a team.
Yeah. So we're going to move on to the second and last part of this show. It's going to be the top 10 fantasy players this year. This is how you should run your, not how you should run it, but how you should look at your first round if you have one of these picks. So we both made lists here. We're going to start with the number 1 pick. If you have the number 1 pick, get Russell Westbrook. It's not even a question. This guy's going to go out there. Triple-double machine. Can get you a triple-dub every single night. Go get this guy. It's not even a question if you have the first pick.
Now, with the number 2 pick, we had a little bit of a difference here. I went with James Harden.
And I'm going to go with Karl Anthony Towns.
James Harden's running the 1. Guy like Russell Westbrook, good rebounding guard. He's going to have to pass the ball now if he's running the 1, and it's James Harden, so he's going to get buckets.
And I'm going to go with Karl Anthony Towns because big men in fantasy basketball are the way to go. Unlike someone we know who drafts 4 big men in the first 4 rounds. I don't know why you did that. But I would go with Karl Anthony Towns at the 2nd pick because he can get you 20, 10 a night.
Now, I had Karl Anthony Towns at the 3rd pick because the same reason, big men. He's Karl Anthony Towns.
Correct, and I got James Harden at the 3rd pick, running the point, scoring for Houston. It's just his squad. So the 4th pick, we actually had kind of a big difference, actually.
Again, yeah.
I'm going to go with LeBron because LeBron is the most productive player and most consistent player in the league. He's going to go out there and he's going to get near a trip-dub and almost a double-double every night with defensive stats. I'm going to go with LeBron at the 4.
However, I went with Andre Drummond because, as you just said, big men rule the league in fantasy.
Correct.
Andre Drummond, just like Cat, is going to have to carry his team, blocks, rebounds, points. He does it all.
Right.
So I put him at number 4, and at my number 5, I have LeBron James.
And at my 5, I have Anthony Davis. I feel like he's going to have the same, if not kind of a little bit below Karl Anthony Towns, just because Karl's more dominant in the post. Yep. But Karl Anthony Towns is going to be more productive, and he's also younger. So Anthony Davis, finally healthy, will go out there and get you like 20-10, just like Karl Anthony Towns, but won't be as physical on the defensive side like he was younger in his career. But I'm going to go with Anthony Davis at the number 5.
Now at the number 6 spot, I have Hassan Whiteside.
Right, and I got at number 6. I got the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo. Really, there you can name anything, and this guy will do it for Milwaukee. 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan. Like, he's running the point guard. This is literally Magic Johnson out there.
2.0.
He's going to have a great year. And at the 7, I chose Steph. The only reason I'm a little shaky with this one is because of you got 4 studs who like to score. That's the big question for Golden State this year. They have no depth. They're going to have to rely on these guys a lot. And if Steph doesn't score, he's really nothing. He's a $180. He's not driving in the paint. He's not doing anything. He's really a really small point guard. So if he doesn't score, he's a big question mark. So I'm a little hesitant with that pick for me.
Now mine is Anthony Davis. As you said, guy can do everything that Cat can do.
Just a little bit less
production. A little bit less physical. He's not going to block as many shots as Hassan, Cat, or Drummond, but he's right there with them in scoring and things of that nature.
And at the 8, I have DeMarcus Cousins. Boogie actually is kind of like he's a smaller Shaq kind of. He's going to go out there and he's going to get 20 rebounds. He's going to get near 20 points, and he's not a big defensive guy, but he will lock you down if you try to drive in his paint. Yeah. So DeMarcus Cousins at the 8. I
actually have Giannis Antetokounmpo at the 8. A guy I drafted, I got him at number 9, I think, something like that. I got him as a steal. This guy, as you said, he's going to do everything for them. He's running the point this year. 6'11" point guard. As you said, that's some Magic Johnson stuff.
It is. So with the 9th pick, Hassan Whiteside, I can't stress this enough to you guys. Big men run this league. Hassan Whiteside, with an increased role now this year, is only going to do more. He got paid. He's fighting for a cause now. He's fighting for that money. I feel like Hassan Whiteside is just going to be a block machine this year. He's going to have 4 a game. Just watch him.
Now this guy last year was a triple-double threat. And then you take away Dwayne Wade and increase his role.
Right.
He's going to have a triple-double on pace with Russell Westbrook.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe not as many, but this guy's a monster.
Exactly. So that's big. Go for Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, my number 9 was Paul George. I think he's got more around him now.
He does.
And he's back from his injury. He's fully back.
Right.
This is the Paul George that we thought we would start seeing.
Exactly.
Now, Paul George, guy who can score, rebound, one of the best perimeter defenders at the small forward position. He can do it all.
He's
like the Greek freak.
He is. And at the 10, I got Andre Drummond. Like he said, he's projected super low. I have no idea why. Andre Drummond is he's a great rebounder, great shooter, physical in the paint, defensive awareness. He's a great player.
Yeah,
get him with the 10th pick.
He's 36th ranked in fantasy basketball.
No idea why.
Which makes no sense.
Player.
And my number 10 is DeMarcus Cousins, a guy who can fill it up. The only reason he's ranked number 10 for me is because he lets his emotions get to him.
Right.
If he did not do that, he would be a top 5 player in fantasy.
So that's our top 10. Take it as you want. I feel like these are the best lists that you're going to get around here. If you look at these lists, think them through, draft tonight, make sure that you, I'm telling you, get Russell if you can. He's going to be the best. And if you have any trades, guys, make sure you tell us. If you need some free agents, need some sleepers, make sure you tell us in the comment section. We will get it to you. You can either message Nick or I, and we will do your best to make a run for your glory.
Yeah, please send us questions. We'd really appreciate it. And that's all for this week. Thank you for tuning in.